When the young couple first moved into their new home, they thought the worst thing about the place was the abandoned house next door. Its back garden shared an open entrance with theirs, a gap where a fence was supposed to be, but never was. At first, it felt like nothing more than an eyesore. But that changed the moment they realized people were using it as a shortcut. Sometimes, when they came home at night, strangers would casually walk through the abandoned garden and straight past theirs, barely acknowledging their existence. They brushed it off until the first night they sat outside to enjoy the quiet. That's when they saw him. A man standing in the dark window of the house behind them, staring directly at them. No expression, no movement. Just a silhouette with a face pointed straight at their garden, as if he'd been waiting for them to look back. They went inside after half an hour, trying to convince themselves it was harmless. But a few days later, the fence gap shifted, and 3 men stepped into their garden like they owned it. One of them held a large bag full of stolen household items. He offered them dish tablets, smiling like it was a normal conversation. They declined. He just nodded, and the 3 slipped back through the neighbor's yard, disappearing into the darkness. From that point on, things escalated fast. The couple kept seeing someone slipping into the abandoned house. Someone who wasn't supposed to be there. Someone who watched them whenever they stepped outside. At night, they heard tapping on windows, footsteps in the gravel, soft whistling that seemed to circle the house. One evening, the girlfriend looked out the spare room window and froze. A man she'd never seen before was standing in the abandoned garden, pointing directly at their bedroom. When he realized she'd spotted him, he sprinted full speed toward their house and grabbed the front doorknob, like he was trying to get in. The moment he realized it was locked, he ran back, lifted the broken fence panel, and started pounding on the empty house's windows with both fists. Police came, watched the video, and left. Nothing happened. But the couple knew someone had found interest in them. Someone who wasn't afraid to come back. And he did. Their doorbell camera was ripped off and thrown on the ground. The memory card stolen. Night after night, they heard tapping on glass at 2 a.m, whistling outside their bedroom. Sometimes a shadow stood by the fence for hours, barely moving. Then, one night, the camera finally caught him. A man in a black mask, standing in their garden with his arms stretched wide, like he was posing in a twisted, crucifixion-like stance. His head tilted back, just staring up at their window. He didn't move for nearly a full minute. And then, he spoke. But the microphone didn't pick up a single word. The police said it wasn't illegal to stand and stare. The couple hasn't slept properly in weeks. Every night, they check the camera feed before bed. And almost every night, around the same time, the masked man returns to the same spot in the garden, always staring, always silent, always waiting for them to look back.